thought I'd do this video as a... Yeah, I'll feed them in a moment. Alright. Yep. I'll feed them when I get to them. I'll feed them after I've done this portion of the quest I'm on. And I thought today I'd do a video for YouTube and... Oh. Yes.
The brief counselor died recently.
Oh?
Yeah, and he'd done such a good job, he didn't give a shit. Yeah. See you later.
Yeah. Comedians love the bastards. Anyway, as I was saying, I have been contemplating doing a video like this. This is going to be live, as I can't record anything because my computer and the video editing software I have doesn't want to work at the moment, and I have to pay for it. So I'm gonna wait until I get some money around for it, so I can pay for that. But anyway, yes, 10 things about Duncannuva. Number 10. My favourite. So number 10. I grew up in New Zealand, basically have all my life. It's fucking boring here. I mean, yeah, there's only so much in New Zealand you can see, and, you know, I'm kind of like,
movement detected. Curious. Hello?
So,
Is someone present?
Yes, someone is present.
Hostile sensor.
Exterminate.
You must be terminated.
Exterminate. Yep. You know, some people, like, they have museums they can go visit easily. They have, you know, really nice areas to go visit. Me here in New Zealand? Nope. I have had nothing.
You want me to
well, not really. Nothing. Not really nothing. It's, there is stuff here in New Zealand to watch. It's just that you have to go and look for it. Go out and do it, but I haven't. Number 9.
Yes.
I played the first console game I ever played was Spyro. I was at my cousin's house. They had a PlayStation 1. And on that PlayStation 1 they had Spyro. So with the reanimation of Spyro, I've been like, yeah.
Guess I should stop putting off that detector.
Yeah. Number 9. Number 8. Number 8. I enjoy building model kits. At the moment, I am building a fictional army. I am building a what-if scenario for New Zealand. It's a fascist uprising. And what's happened is Ferdinand Porsche, well, Germany, it's still Germany. No, we still had there. We still had Hitler take over, 1930s. But after World War I, New Zealand was divided into two, and Australia became communist. And, yep. It was, completely, and because of that, you know, yeah, so I'm building two different armies. I'm going to be building the Royal New Zealand Army, and then I'm going to be building the, well, I'm building the Imperial New Zealand Army first, which is the...
That's it.
Which is the fascist uprising. They have taken over the entirety of the South Island of New Zealand, whilst in the North Island is still democratic. And I think we'll be doing that one after I've done some rolling out on Thursday, well, Friday, tomorrow. Over on Twitch, yeah, if you guys want to come see me growl at people, you can come on over to Twitch. gonna be a shindig. Yep. Or an elevator. Anyway, yes, as I was saying. Number 9. Just on number 9, number 8. Number 7, number 6.
Sweet.
I am a avid fan of a few metal bands. I like Metallica, I do like a few Skillet, and I do like Archage Sevenfold. Mainly because my friends, yeah, they're like, I don't think you should I normally do. But my music taste is all over the world. As I listen to anime, I listen to YouTube and you know, YouTube artists. I listen to odd music bands. But my favorite band of all time is Linkin Park. So there you go. There's that elevator. What else? Well, after 6 I'm fine. I am also a historian. I mostly study World War II and 1, and I'm actually now starting to expand into the Boer War, Korean War, Vietnamese War. Okay.
Is someone present? Hello?
Is someone present? Yeah, and that. And speaking about that, my favorite tank, from World War I, my favorite plane and tank, my favorite plane was the Fokker DR3. The R3, which was the triplane that was used, became popular due to the Red Baron. My favorite tank was the German A7V, mainly because of the Schnook, which was a German A7V, which you can see the replica at Bovington. The real tank was actually captured by New Zealanders in 1917 and was scrapped after the war, which does suck.
Got it.
World War II, my favorite, well, I've got a favorite light tank, medium tank, heavy tank, tank destroyer, and favorite fighter, bomber, and attacker, as well as a couple of favorite ships. Okay, so we'll start with the tanks. So my first favorite tank, the light tank, is the M3 Stuart, later M5 Stuart, which was a light tank developed by the US Army to replace the M2 tanks in active service. They were used by the Royal New Zealand Army and the United States Army, as well as the
That's it.
French and the British and Australian armies. They quickly became known as the Honey Badger.
Building a collection or something?
Those guys. And it was a very good tank and would lead on to the creations of, for New Zealand, it would be the Bob Semple and the Sheffield tank. For Australia, when they saw the M3 Lee, that would lead on to the creation of the Sentinel tanks. And in Canada, the Ram tanks.
Sorry, your house has been a wreck for 200 years.
My favorite medium tank is the German Panzer IV, or the Panzerkampfwagen S4, S4. A favorite variant of that would be the D series, the D variant, mainly because it's D, because it's D for Duncan.
Never expected you to come knocking on my door. Gave you 50-50 odds of making it to Diamond City. After that, figured the Commonwealth would chew you up that tree.
The reason I like Panzer IV is because it was mainly because of the animated Panzer, but it was the second tank I built. Second tank. I brought a Gozen Panzer model, and I enjoyed the hell out of building that.
Look, you're pissed off, I get it, I do. But whatever you hope to accomplish in here, it's not gonna go your way.
Yep. Shit. Yeah, it's talking about favorite medium tank, and that was the Panzer IV-D. And yeah, I mean, the Panzer IV is not that bad of a tank. It wasn't. The only problem is German. Is that, you know, eventually it got out favored, but the Panzer IV was actually used for quite a bit. There was the Stug 4, which would later become the Stug, which would later become the Panzer 4, Panzer 4 5, the Brumba, the several tow variants, and several ammunition reconnaissance vehicles. And they were used well after the Second World War by Syria and such, World War II tanks.
Here my target has...
Fighting up much to that Israeli tanks in the Six-Day War. Which, that I wouldn't want to be one of the driving Panzer 4 at all. In that situation. Yep, so that was that. Favorite heavy tank is the German, it's dead tie between the...
That's admirable.
Is the German Panzerkampfwagen aus der Königstiger aus Itch. For those of you who don't speak German, King Tiger 2, Tiger 2, H.
Stop. Turn around and leave. You have that option.
A lot of people, okay. So, yeah. And the main reason I like the tank is because it's a very good tank. It's it is iconic. Alongside the standard tank on it. It's big and it's awesome, and it brings death. So yeah, that's the Panzer 4. That's the Tiger. Favorite tank destroyer from World War II is the German Jagdtiger, and that's my overall favorite tank. Sorry Japan, sorry Britain, sorry Italy, New Zealand, Australia. Don't get me wrong, you all designed amazing tanks. For Ridley, you've got the P40, which was a very good tank. Japan, you've got the amazing Chihaz, which were awesome tanks.
You made it. I'm just a...
For France, you've got the Siege, you've got the Shahs.
Standing down. Let's talk.
A whole bunch of stuff. Schmuck.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure, ask away.
It's just, with everything that's happened it's a whole hell...
Yeah, I'm alright.
Huh. Took me a long... Thank goodness of course, when I took the mask, plenty of people but at the time, they couldn't exactly...
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter. Gal of about 50.
So
took
yeah.
her home.
Korean, I don't really have any favorite planes tanks there. Oh wait, no, I was going to go over my favorite planes. So my favorite fighter is the German Bf-109.
Was it hard settling in?
Yeah, they should.
I love that tank.
But I guess
I love that
folks
plane.
never forgot I
Very
rescued
nice
the mayor's daughter.
Favorite
so
attacker
they
is
started
the
coming to me when people
Soviet
went missing.
Il-2 Sturmovik, which in real
friends
life was
off
my
with a new
first
paramour,
ever plane
takes
model.
the rent money with her.
Followed
Off with a synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids to Good Neighbor in the dead of night's not the worst damn idea since the bomb. Go get Nick. After a while, the jobs got so backed up, they didn't even ask me to do the handyman stuff anymore. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was
awesome.
Nick the detective folks came to see. It was about
And
then
then
that things finally started feeling normal.
The next thing was bombers,
Took
so
me
my
a
favorite
long
bomber is
time to realize that
for
home
medium
is where
bomber,
you make
or
it.
for light bomber, is the
After some time and
Peshka
effort, this
2.
place can be
It
home
was a
for
variant
you,
of the
too.
Peshka 2 that was converted to a
That's a
bomber.
long story.
For medium bombers, the Vickers Wellington
Get moving.
from Britain. And for heavy bomber, it was the North American B-17, followed by the
No
Lucas
accounting for
Ju-390, which was amazingly awesome.
There he is. Most resilient man in the Commonwealth. Funny. I thought I had that honor.
You murdering, kid,
Right to it, then. Your son's Sean, but if you're hoping for...
Uh-huh.
Fuck you. Let him go. He's home.
Fuck you, Kellogg. Oh, great, this video's been demonetized.
No! That's not...
Yeah, but sure.
Damn it.
So,
You know I am, Kellogg.
Combat initiated.
Yep, so favorite Korean tank, Centurion Mark III, and the favorite kit would have to be the April, but the
Hurting anyone else. We should take a look around, get all the intel this place can hide.
would be the MiG-15. Actually, I don't like the.
Yes.
I've never enjoyed. Sorry, guys. The the F-86 Sabre. I've always found that aircraft to be just mainly because you know it's not that good. Favorite Vietnam comes next, so we are going up. We're going to Vietnam. We're going to Nam. It has to be the F-104.
Kellogg wasn't giving us
Phantom.
any bull. Your son really is a...
There has to be a way.
Only...
Uh-huh. Diamond City it is.
Hey, chin up.
He's not wrong. It does normally get a lot darker before the storm clears. But anyway, as I was saying, the F-104 Phantom was my definite favorite, followed by the T-55. No, T-64. That's my favorite Vietnam era tank. And then modern day, F-16 Fighting Falcon, the General Dynamics F-16 Fighting Falcon, followed by the A-4 Skyhawk. And then tank-wise, it has to be the British Challenger 2 and the Leopard 2. Yep, so those are my favorite vehicles from World War I to Korea, Nam, but not Afghanistan. Well, I mean, you can technically say those are my favorite from the Afghanistan conflict. Yeah, so number 3. So no, that was number 4. Number 3 is something wrong. Ah, Brotherhood of Steel.
People of the Commonwealth,
Number 3 is...
do not interfere. Our intentions
I have
are
been
peaceful.
part of Bionicle since 2005,
We are the
which is very late for
Brotherhood
a lot of
Steel.
people, but a lot of fans came in quite at different times. Look at that thing. And for me personally, I didn't care about things.
Repeating. This is Paladin.
Yep, I know where I'm going. Sorry, Nick. Yay! I've got to go back to the Cambridge police station because... Anyway. So number 2, number 3 is... I actually forgot what I was going to say. Yes, I've been a fan of Bionicle, League of Bionicle. I've enjoyed Hero Factory. I'm enjoying the CBS parts, but at the moment I'm taking a massive break from Bionicle due to some toxicity and just basically how members of the community think they can treat me. And before I retaliate in quite a negative way, I'm going to take a break and I'm going to recollect my thoughts before I say them actually. And I'll be talking about that in a moment after this list, which is something I do need to talk about. Number 2 I know Blazehorn Gaming in real life. Blazehorn, here on YouTube. I know him in real life.
That darkness peering. Long I stood there.
Hey.
Wonder.
Hey, Valentine.
Looks like you got something to say.
I think we ought to part ways, Nick.
Sure. Suppose.
Yeah, he'll head back to... We'll send him to Starlight Driven. Just let me click there.
These burn marks. Must have spent a whole case of ammo.
Anyway. As I was saying. Yep. At the moment, Blazehorn is working. He works basically from 1 till 10 at night. He moves boxes, which is amazing.
Paladin dance.
Cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing.
Uh-huh.
We call our ship. If she's here.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
That's the plan. If history's... That being said, I've received orders. Follow me up to the...
Volume. Anyway, as I was saying.
Don't despair, brother. We're here to save the Commonwealth.
Yeah, so him and I are quite good friends. I also know Derpy Cavalry and Hidden Gamer 139 in real life. Hidden Gamer and Derpy Cavalry are sort of have become more of a, you know, they're still friends. And you know, if I need to crash on a couch or something, I'm glad, you know, they are, you know, hey, I need a place to crash for a while. You know, they'll be like, Hidden Gamer will be like, yeah, sure, bro, so long as you pay, and I'll be like, yeah, fair enough. Number one, the one thing that a lot of people don't know, fact about me, is unfortunately I suffer depression. I have been labelled as suicidally depressed, and it's been a bitch. It has been a massive bitch. But despite that, I'm actually quite a bit. I act very differently. But there are things you can, and people have said in the past that will just make me spiral.
Safety's up. Area secure.
That will.
Dance is waiting for you inside.
That will make me go. You know, make me go downhill. Unfortunately, a lot of people in the Lego part of didn't seem to give a shit enough that the fact that I was depressed.
Properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the local.
And because of it, I basically got pissed off at them and left the chat. And they kept adding me back in. And yeah, so now I'm going to be talking about them.
They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal.
For people who don't know,
Air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Max will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive.
yep. So for people who don't know, I used to be actively and it eventually ended up with me leaving a lot of the Bionicle group I was part of because of how people have been to me in the past, like how people have been, you know. How things have been, it's gotten to the point where Facebook has been one of the worst places for Bionicles to prosper. You get a lot of people who basically who have had very minimal very minimal contact with people, who have all, decided that, oh hey, we will connect over Facebook to basically share our mocks, and hopefully people will like them. And then one person doesn't like them, and then everybody just throws out the shit ban because that one person is either a better or worse mocker. The game is frozen. No! Fudge. Okay, what's up? And that unfortunately has been the worst for me. It has been shit. But then people start trying to create their own universes with multiple different people who clashing ideals and then characters that they have had, and then they don't explain rules properly, and they don't explain characters properly. And I'm going to bring up something. I was recently commissioned by a person who I've now banned from writing stories because of the way he was treating me while I was developing the story in my head, getting it all fair and all that done. And a huge thank you to the two random people I got to read it for me. I've completely forgotten your names. I've actually got rid of the chats on my messenger. I shouldn't have done, because after I basically finished talking to you, I'm like, yeah, they don't need me anymore, and I got rid of them. But thank you to you two. You know who you are. You guys are amazing. You actually helped me solve a lot of problems I had. Good for you. And it was really awesome. But unfortunately, the story still sat quite because the guy who requested it basically said, you're using this as a mockery of my character, and I stood there and I'm like, how fucking dare you? Because he said it was once a little rip-off. Yeah, I think, no. So, for those of you who don't know, character in depth, who I did a video on last week, Friday, Twitch. In depth is the primordial god of destruction. My game is right. Oops. I will be using this for nothing. Primordial god of death, and just the force of nature of death. Evil, manipulative, and just downright nasty. He gets bored, he doesn't take anything seriously, and his powers and everything else about him is unknown. Except the fact that he's MD just as a giant bug. And the reason I chose giant bug is because a lot of people associate insects with death. Spiders, mosquitoes, scorpions, rats, spiders, centipedes, etc. And he cannot be killed, and he's also photonic. For me, Photon, which I'll be doing tomorrow, Photon cannot be frozen. It's already, it's measured, it's already below 0 degrees Kelvin. So we're talking, it's so below freezing that no change in temperature, unless it's in a gas, and I'll talk about that tomorrow, will require it, unless it's in its gas form, then the gas is more manipulative than the solid and the liquid. And it is misleading at the beginning if you read it on DeviantArt and you think, oh, it's ice. No, it's not ice, it's a metal. And the reason I did that was because I like fooling people. It's the only reason I've done it. But anyway, that's the thing. And so, Indith versus this character, Kai, resulted in Indith just basically killing Kai without wasting any of his strength. And apparently it didn't follow through with keeping it fair. One of these beings is a killing primordial, who goes around and kills primordials for a living. The other one is a demon hunter. So, you know, you've already, just from there, you've got two characters who are not evenly matched whatsoever. It is always going to swing in the favour of those that who is strong, who has had the character who is stronger and thus more, beefier, buffer, dangerous. Depends on the situation of the story. They're already going to have no one, so there you go. Now stay out of this. You're not in this, shut up. Yeah, you keep talking when I can fucking hear you. So get over it. What else? We wait for my screen to spare. My brother was right, it is that who wins. Mine was basically dead. Wasn't favoritism anyway. It's just common sense that who was stronger and, has done more shit, is thus more powerful. But the individual who is more powerful will sometimes always win. That's what it means. And apparently this reading his bio. Now, the fact is he left out some pretty useful information for me to know. His sword regenerates itself. He himself resurrects himself after dying. I did not know this. How am I to write a story, when I don't know the fact that the sword can regenerate itself, and so can the individual. You know? I'm not a mind reader, as I said to him. I cannot read your mind. You didn't tell me this shit, and by the way, interesting fact, the biography cuts off at an end, and there is nothing left on that end, other than, you know, just an end. And I said to him, you cut it off, and then he blamed me for it. It's all my fault, apparently. Your fault for me cutting off my own bullshit. No. So, his name is Jeremy, bring up his name actually, so I can publicly denounce that he will never be able to request a single thing from me, which I think would be like, good, I don't want you trash anyway. Well, he is trash because he claims to do studying and shit, but he obviously doesn't. His name... What's his name? I'll go to nicknames. His name is Jeremy R. Harvey. So I'm gonna nickname him Fuck Boy. Fuck Boy. There you go. I don't care if this video gets demonetized. I don't give a damn. Yep. Because he, because of what he said, and because he himself was blaming me for problems that he wasn't giving me, you know, shit he was not telling me, and then having the gall to tell me that when he and a lot of people in that group chat pushed me to attempted suicide. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He pushed me. I was writing it, finished writing it, and then him and the group chat decided to attack me and lead me basically into attempted suicide. And that was it. If you even know him, bam, block him on Facebook, because he is the one person you don't want to meet on Facebook. He is the one person you don't want to have as a friend on Facebook, because he will attack you over every little thing of that. The other thing is, there's another guy named Jacob Dixon, who's also been banned from requesting stories from a completely different matter. Him was because he keeps disregarding my personal wishes. I do not wish to talk about political bullshit and shit like that, so enough of that. But yeah, and this group, just, if you ever hear of a group called the Einsverse, ignore it. They're a bunch of 5-year-olds trying to all follow the leader when the leader is a fuckwit and doesn't, and has both of his hands tied behind his back and a blindfold on. And a blindfold on. And that's the best thing I can say about that group, is they're a bunch of idiots following an idiot with a blindfold on, leading them in a fucking circle. And the moment you point out, well actually, no, they will attack you. And a lot of them are Trump supporters, and I don't like Trump supporters. Anyway, I know you've been seeing a stream, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you were saying you in Superior, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!